Hi, my name is Rita Anderson and I am a recently graduated senior. I am a communication major and I minored in digital media. I'm here to describe my program and my experience at St. Mary's overall. I would describe the communication department as my home on St. Mary's campus. I literally could not imagine being anywhere else on campus. Over the past 4 years, I formed close bonds with not only my professors, but with my peers. I love how much fun the classes could be. Most of the time, it doesn't even feel like you're in class because it's actually an enjoyable setting to be in. I really love the textbook that we had for COMM theory. The material in the textbook was truly intriguing because you could connect that information into real-life situations, which made learning much more fun. As a whole, communication is an engaging topic because you could connect what you learn into real-life social situations. One of my favorite memories in the communication department was my quantitative methods class. Quantitative methods was by far the hardest class I've ever taken, but the professor made the class very lighthearted, as well as having people in the class that I was really acquainted with made the whole experience that much better. Definitely one of the most important things I've learned from being a communication student at St. Mary's is public speaking. According to the Washington Post, public speaking is a top fear that most Americans have. And I find this kind of silly because we need public speaking in many different contexts in order to communicate with one another. I would consider myself an extrovert, but when I first came to St. Mary's, I was very timid and nervous. I developed social skills that I will carry for the remainder of my life. I would describe other communication students as my best friends. For example, my first friend at St. Mary's is actually a communication student. Also, the students in the program are very helpful when it comes to academics as well as life advice. Something that I do miss most about my program is seeing everyone every day. Everyone is so smiley and happy, and now that shelter in place is happening, it's a little difficult, especially not having that social connection. I definitely took time in the classroom for granted, which should never be taken for granted. Being in that setting with other students engaging in the same topic is something that is truly remarkable and special. Even though computer-mediated technology is helpful for times like this, nothing beats face-to-face communication. One of the main things that I'm looking forward to when campus reopens is for people to just see one another again. What's really special about St. Mary's is that you see a friend or a peer or someone on campus and you wave hello. I walk through campus and see at least 5 people that I know every single time, and it's very special. I'm going to miss that the most about St. Mary's. So some advice that I would give to prospective students: if you're going to pick up a minor, pick it up as soon as possible. Talk to people who have taken those classes or who have that minor. I picked up my minor at the beginning of junior year, which I was able to complete it, but it definitely was a struggle. I faced multiple obstacles. Definitely could have saved myself a lot of that stress if I started earlier. This one's a huge one, especially for St. Mary's students. Develop relationships with your professors. I cannot stress this enough. You cannot get this anywhere else. It's literally impossible at a bigger school to form these connections with a professor. Also, stay on top of your academic evaluations. I cannot stress this enough. This connects back to your minor requirements, but most importantly, you're there for your major. And you cannot overlook these things, especially because it is so easy for things to slip through the cracks. Try taking your Common Core classes at the beginning of your undergrad so you can preserve those very specialized courses in your major towards the end, so they'll help you with your senior capstone. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video and declare communication as your major. You won't regret it.